He was actually conceived ready. That's a great way to start our video. Hi guys, welcome back to the Heal Project. We have just been finishing watching Wrestle Kingdom, and we are very tired for a start. But I had a lovely time watching that with you boys.
I enjoyed it.
Um,
Enjoyed it. I thought it was a great show
Even
all the way
before
through.
we started any matches, didn't we?
what's
Just
that?
the sound check was entertaining.
Yeah, beep boop beep boop. What was it? Bob pop beep. Yes,
Poppy poo pow. Poppy
Happy
poo pow.
pow.
and I'm sure that means something in
Poppy
Japanese,
poo
but
pow.
to us that means absolutely nothing. So I'm sorry.
Poppy poo pow.
Happy poo pow.
It was entertaining.
Poppy
Yeah.
poo pow poo
The only-
pow. Pop poopy pow.
The only match on the pre-show this year was the Rambo. That was all right. It's a weird thing having basically what is essentially a Royal Rumble, but there is no final winner. It's 4 winners for something else tomorrow.
For the
Dash.
record, it's Rambo.
I said Rambo.
R-A-N-B-O. I know you did, but
Oh.
just in case anybody gets
All right.
confused, because
Also Rambo Ramrod, who might appear later on today. If he,
He
doesn't,
won't.
he'll appear tomorrow. No, he might.
No,
On the YouTubings.
I
I'll just see how tired I am to finish it off either today or we'll start tomorrow. The first match though, after that, was TJP Bullet Club War. I enjoyed that match, but
the first match?
that was the first match of the show after the
Yeah, it
Rando.
was.
Oh, okay.
The mask was the main thing, wasn't
The
it?
new
It was a
gimmick
great
for
match.
TJP.
Great match. Big entrance.
New mask, new gimmick, new
New
Mortal
name.
Kombat style, new name.
He had a new name up on his Titron. He was going by something else. I
I don't
can't
know what he was
Was
called.
he?
But yes, he was called something different.
I completely missed that. There
Yeah, it was a
you
new
go.
gimmick.
On
Wow.
multiple occasions, they called him by whatever it was, and I can't think what it was now. But it's essentially a Filipinian demon, because obviously he is from the Philippines.
Philippines. Fair enough.
Yeah, I really
I
can't.
can't think what he called him now, but it's
No.
it's something I've heard before. I think it began with an A.
Okay.
R.
Yeah, no idea. Gonna butcher it otherwise.
That's going to really annoy me.
But that was a good match, and they're your new junior heavyweight tag team champions.
Very good.
We then had Tanahashi booking himself to become the new world television champion, which I'm not a fan of, especially as a roll up.
Very quick match.
Yeah, only a minute, less than a minute shorter than the one before, mate. Wasn't that quick, really. But yeah, it wasn't the thing for me. Link's currently Googling TJP's name, by the way, if anyone's
Now,
wondering.
because it's really annoying me.
He's not being arrogant. He's just not arrogant, ignorant. He's just Googling. But the match was fine. The match was fine, but booking himself to win is not something I'm a fan of. Amura versus Sushi. That was the guy with the big teeth.
Big teeth.
Big teeth. Good
Oh,
match.
teeth, man.
one.
Big teeth.
Good match. Big teeth.
There isn't a lot more we can say about it because, like you say, it's only a short one from us today because we don't follow New Japan. So it's nice that we were able to enjoy it like we do every year actually for Wrestle Kingdom. We always watch
It
Wrestle
wasn't an
Kingdom.
entertaining match though.
This is the first time we saw Evil of the Night because we see him later on. House of Torture match. House of Torture defeating Amino versus Kiyomiya.
His tag team.
His tag team partner. We all predicted that one, so yeah, that was quite predictable.
Demon.
What?
I'm trying to think what it's got. It's really.
That was quite funny. Your microphone just muted you swearing. That was
Good.
bizarre. That was bizarre. Tamatonga beated Shingo Katagi for the
Great
Never
match.
Openweight Championship. But Pete, you had news.
We did. It come up that it's his Tamatonga's last month in New Japan because he wants to move closer to his family and children.
Well, they gave him the title, so it's even weirder. But I suppose
Yeah.
Never Openweight is one that can be done.
Aswang.
You're an Aswang.
That's what they call.
Oh.
That's what he was called. He was an Aswang, which
Oh.
is a umbrella term for a various shape-shifting evil creature in Filipinian folklore, such as vampires, ghouls, witches. Aswang.
Pretty cool, but it definitely sounds like an insult. But that is pretty cool. Thank you, Nick. Yeah, giving
It was
Tamatonga's
going to annoy me. So
the title is very strange, if you ask me. Very strange.
do you know what? That's bigger news than that we're going to give on there, because Tamatonga being done in a month's time is huge news.
Another big free agent.
To know that he's basically said he's going to America.
Essentially, yeah, that leaves him. Well, leaves him one of the big three, I suppose.
Yeah.
Which for me, if he's still going to have the Never Openweight Championship, where that kind of is going to rule out WWE, isn't it? Let's be honest, which is a shame. But I'd love to see. We were saying during the stream that we did over on our Twitch, twitch.tv/The Heel Project. I'd love to see the Tongans come in to face the Samoans as part of the sort of next stage of the bloodline thing, really, as well. Maybe
storyline could
maybe
be
even The Rock bring him in. Maybe even The Rock bring him in. That would be nuts. That would be
interesting.
Nuts. We then had the next big bit of news before the next match, which you've seen in the thumbnail. Dolph Ziggler, or formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth, has turned up at Wrestle Kingdom.
Turned up with his brother.
With his brother. Camera didn't care. The camera did not care one little bit that he turned up with Ryan. Not one little bit.
But they turned up at the beginning of the tag team match. We thought, oh,
you boys,
maybe.
you both said that you could be for the tag the tag team. I was like, nah, I can't see it. I said, if anything, I could see it for a match later on, and we'll get to it because he did, and I was right basically. Gorillas of Destiny beat Bishamon. Oh, that was El Phantasmo's match, wasn't it? That was all right. Yeah, the guy.
Good match.
The guy that one of you referred to as Logan Paul with pink hair. Like disservice.
Link.
I thought he was quite a good-looking chap.
He did look like O'Reilly, though.
He did look like O'Reilly. He is O'Reilly. All right, O'Reilly. Then
most of that match talking about how he trained with one of the Singh brothers.
We did, and then in the next match, talking about another L, we were talking El Desperado. We found out he isn't Japanese anyway. Is Japanese, not Mexican. That was so. We spent a lot of time. Well, I spent a lot of time Wikipediaing. Yeah, that's of it for our entire stream, really. Right. Then the big one. El Desperado became the junior heavyweight champion. I want to add as well. But then David Finlay defeated Will Ospreay and Jon Moxley to become the inaugural IWGP Global Heavyweight Champion, which, makes the most sense. Ospreay's on his way out the door. We don't entirely know when his next date will be. I'm sure he'll be back to do something with them. Moxley's obviously in and out with them. It made the most sense that he was the one that would carry on their new title, basically.
Yeah, well, I mean, it didn't make any of them look weak with it being a triple threat.
No.
Like Ospreay took a hell of a beating before he took the pin.
Clean as well, which I called before the match because
he still managed to hit a few of his finishes and things. It didn't make him look bad. Like that Stormbreaker that he hit on Moxley was unreal. Like very, 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 very good. No, the Stormbreaker at the end.
I don't know. Yeah,
it's got broken up.
I loved Will's entrance as well, by the way.
Yeah, Will with his special entrance, Mox with a special entrance as well.
Oh, yeah, they both had a special entrance, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah. But I think that was maybe more the fact of like a thank you for doing it the right way that they like, with the Americans coming across and showing a bit of respect, and not just doing it the way they don't like it. About leaving.
Maybe. I mean,
there's a partnership there already with the companies, so
yeah.
There's that link.
Yeah. And then we moved on to the next match after that and spoke about camels a lot. But yeah, there's a little bit before that.
We'll get to that. Something else happened anyway. David Finlay won the match. Very nice and clean. Great match. Although I missed the bloody ending because of Parcel Force turning up at the wrong time. And then
I didn't. It was very good.
Stare down. Well, not even a stare down. Original stare down between Nick Nemeth and David Finlay. And then just a cheer on, beating of each other. So that's that. That's the next opponent for David Finlay. There is no other way.
Which actually ended up going to the backstage as well afterwards.
And
they continued fighting after the cameras stopped rolling and
which
the brawl went off into the back.
You called well, to be fair, because that meant that they could disappear. And then the Nemeth brothers went backstage. There was no reason for them to be involved for the rest of the night, which was great. Perfectly done. Which I am very excited for, by the way. We called it last week before. We'd love to see him have a little run in New Japan.
I still want to see him in TNA.
I'd love to see him be the
personally,
big
for
boy.
me, I think he could be the Christian Cage of TNA, of new TNA. I think he'd be fantastic in that role. However, in a New Japan role, Nick Nemeth, I'm all for it. I'm definitely all for it. I think it'd be great.
Yeah.
David Finlay really impressed me as well
Oh,
tonight.
he's really good,
I'm not seeing much of him, but like that guy is gonna go somewhere. He's incredibly good looking for to say he's Finlay's lad. Like you look at Finlay
Poor
and you
guy.
don't go, oh, he's a good looking chap, is Finlay. You look at Finlay and go, yeah, he's been in a bar fight.
Yeah.
His lad is a good looking lad. Like he's got all of the tools to be a pretty boy and a pretty boy heel in the business, and he's obviously playing that role well as the current leader of the Bullet Club as well. So
Yeah, and I'm pleased that he's the one that they're sort of sticking on as well, especially as the one to be Dolph's first opponent outside of WWE, then becoming Nick. So yeah. And then we, like Link said, we ended up searching all sorts of things about camels, and then eventually later on, we're gonna be honest, on the stream we started talking about setting fire to dog poos. So that's how our stream went today. It was fun. We had a good laugh.
That's how white dog poo is made.
That was across this match with Okada and Bryan Danielson, and then the main event between Naito and Sonata as well. But yes, Okada is the nothing actually. He beat Bryan Danielson. Sorry, I was gonna say he's a new champion, but he's not. That was for nothing, wasn't it?
There's no
bragging rights.
Yeah.
Frustration.
Go on. Sorry, mate.
Go on.
Hell of a match that. Like it was a hard hitting match. There was some really, really good moves. None of it was necessary. It shouldn't have happened. To be honest about it, like it just shouldn't have happened.
Roll an eye.
Yes, it was great. Yes, it was nice, and everyone likes Daniel Bryan matches, or Bryan Danielson, or whatever we're calling them today, the American Dragon matches. But for God's sake, stop wrestling injured. Like, just stop it.
Is he billed for another match?
Not in a minute.
Soon?
No.
I don't know. Probably.
I'm hoping.
Tony Khan's probably got him booked on a plane now so that he can be in a match tonight.
I'm hoping there's a little bit of time off, just to make sure his orbital bone is sort of healed up first before anything else, because he couldn't open his eye once his
eye patch came off. Yeah.
Anything you take away from this one, Pete?
No, just a good match. I enjoyed it.
Did you enjoy talking about camels?
Yep.
It was like your main takeaway from that match.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for those that don't know, Saudi Arabia has to import camels to Australia. That was the original topic. Go and search things about camels. You'll be surprised. There's a lot more
that you didn't know. Honestly, none of it's important. You don't need to know any of it.
I thought it was important. Main event.
Yep.
Sonata is champion going into. He loses to Naito. We think he might have a concussion.
There's some weird spots during that match.
There was a few things where Naito had to carry him and sort of make sure he got through safely. So maybe an injury, maybe a bit concussion, maybe a little bit of naughtiness, and maybe sandbag him a couple of times perhaps. But in character wise, they ended up with a big respect at the end of the show, didn't they, to finish out the show?
They did.
I'm going to be honest. He didn't sandbag him.
No.
If he sandbagged him, he'd have had to have him at the end of that match. Literally, he would have been stamped into the mat. Like,
True. Yeah, Japan's a bit different for that sort of thing.
They don't play with that.
Yeah. But I'm going to say in the Okada match and Danielson match as well, there was a real shine of respect, and they both bowed and won the mat to each other and all that.
There was, yeah.
Naito won, great match, but then was attacked by Evil afterwards. Didn't expect. Not the person I expected to be going. I'm assuming looking to go for the title next.
Yep.
Now.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think that's what that was.
You don't reckon?
I think that was just a generic heel coming out so that they could have the baby faces reunite a little bit, just to sort of be able to sort of show face and
maybe
shake hands and end it on good terms.
Interesting to see where it goes.
Maybe there's a storyline that we didn't know about. Let us know in the comments anyway, down below.
Well, obviously their former tag team that split.
Yeah, I meant with the history between Naito and Evil.
Mhm.
Is what I meant. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
There's probably something there we missed, but overall,
I enjoyed it.
7, 8. I gave it an 8. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10.
Yes, an 8. It was good.
I think an 8's fair.
Yeah, the only thing for me is there wasn't a standout match that you sometimes get with the Wrestle Kingdom. They were
I'd say
all
that-
good matches, but I
That
don't think there
triple
was.
threat was definitely up there.
I'd say the only
Yeah.
standout was the one that wasn't very good.
Which was but that again, that was
Sabre
just
Junior match was
yeah,
terrible.
because of
I'm
the-
sorry.
It's a
'Cause of
different
the
style, and
book and because of the booking at the end.
yeah.
Like,
But that was the only one that
New-
stand out. Was
new
for the
president,
wrong
and you
reason.
book yourself to win the championship on your first
I'm gonna-
Wrestle Kingdom.
I'm gonna throw out the guy getting stuck through a table.
Oh, phenomenal.
Through a table.
Phenomenal.
Like
Genuinely,
a hole in the table. He was
Like,
in the hole.
his backside was in the hole. Oh, brilliant. Love it.
Very
Things
good.
you love to see. Yeah, that's us rounding out for Wrestle Kingdom. We gotta be quick. It's only a short one. Pete's gotta go places to be today. It's the middle of the day, so he's got to get on with things. So I'm sure you've got a bit of time whilst you watch this. So please leave a like, share, subscribe, and we will catch you in the next one.
Yeah.
Peace.